Ready? Hello, I am Grant Haua, and I'm on Blues Actu, the best blues radio station in the country of France.
Blues Actu Radio est aujourd'hui à la rencontre de Grant Haua. Nous sommes au All Blues Club de Pélussin pour une interview face caméra. Bonjour Grant. La première question que j'ai envie de te poser, c'est sur ce nouvel album, Tahanga. Il était prêt depuis longtemps. Alors pourquoi le sortir uniquement maintenant?
Well, we did it during COVID. That's when I recorded it, and initially we did a digital release. So, and I often get asked after gigs, when I do solo gigs especially, do you have an album that was, that reflects what you just played on stage? And because it was a digital release, I had nothing to offer them, a physical CD. So I guess that was the main reason. So we could sell them at to people after the gigs, and hopefully sell some in the shops.
On l'espère également. Quand tu enregistres Tahanga, qu'est-ce que tu cherches à capter en priorité?
Tahanga is basically what I do live. So very stripped back, very raw. Normally just a stomp box, acoustic guitar and vocal. So it's very, I guess you could say it's kind of traditional blues. But I enjoy playing it. I enjoy the challenge of just one guitar and one voice. And I do the band thing as well, but I love that as well. But to be honest, I really, really enjoy playing acoustic guitar and just keeping it raw, keeping it stripped back, keeping it real.
Alors sur ce disque, tu es seul, avec ta guitare et ton caron. Alors concrètement, comment est-ce que tu démarres une prise sur un album comme celui-ci?
Because I've played these songs live so many times, I kind of know where to start and where to end, but I never play the song the same way twice. So I've got a rough idea how to start, a rough idea how to end, but as far as lead breaks in between, I make that up as I go. It's cool for me. It keeps it fresh, keeps it spontaneous, and I think it's better for the audience too to get something a little bit different from like the audience that had last night, so a little bit different,
Alors justement, qu'est-ce qui a changé entre l'enregistrement de ces chansons et aujourd'hui pour toi?
I've tidied up a few things. Quite often you find better ways of playing a song. There's so many ways to play a song. So there's a few songs there which I've sort of tidied up, made them, especially the singing side of things. The guitar's cool. But if you can find better ways to sing, I think that's really cool. Because the vehicle is the words, and so if you can find a better way to move the words along, so the audience can understand a bit better or be moved a little bit more, that's what I try to do. And obviously, it's an evolving thing. It never ends. It's always will be evolving as the songs go along, which keeps things fresh for me as well.
Est-ce que tu écoutes le disque différemment aujourd'hui avec le recul?
No, it's funny. All I hear is mistakes. That's all I can hear. I think you ask a lot of musicians that question. They can't really. They can hear the good stuff, but they can hear the mistakes more often than not. So you try to hear those mistakes, try to fix them up, or just like I said previously, just try to make them a bit better and smoother.
Grant, tu dis ne jamais jouer un morceau deux fois pareil. Alors qu'est-ce que ça représente pour toi d'avoir aujourd'hui ces versions figées sur disque?
Well, if it's a fixed version, obviously you want it to be really, really good. But it's a double-edged sword, because quite often when you're playing loose and just in the moment, little things you mess up. You can, for instance, you can do that, or now I don't know what's better, this or this. So what I'm trying to get at is the spontaneous side of recording is very important. You can go in there with a fixed idea of how a song should be and how it's going to be played, and you can have charts and all this carry on, but I think it's more important to be in the moment and express the song as best you can. And if that comes with a few mistakes, so be it. I think it's going to be a better version than some sterile version that you played every night, without much heart and soul.
Sur ce nouvel album, Tahanga, tu revisites notamment des titres de ton album Haua Blues, qui est très important pour toi. C'est un album qui a eu un grand succès. Est-ce que tu les redécouvres, ces morceaux?
Oh yeah, I enjoy. Haua Blues was a very important album for me. It got me on the Dixiefrog label, so it's really opened the door for me in Europe. And you know, a lot of those songs are very close to my heart. So. And you know, these 3 or 4 songs off that album I still play regularly today, and sometimes I'll dust off a few of the old ones now and then, which I will be doing tonight, just to keep those songs fresh in my mind and remind myself, well, that's quite often you record a song and you listen to it years later and you think, wow, that's pretty cool, you know, and you don't sort of appreciate it at that time.
Alors sur cet album, j'ai trouvé qu'il y avait une tension très forte. Est-ce que tu la ressens en jouant également?
I think it's good to have a bit of tension there, a bit of, you wonder, you know, I try to make the audience really feel it, you know, and sometimes you can overdo the tension, you know, you can play a bit too fast or a little bit too hard. For me, it's always a learning thing. As I get older, I'm learning how to play a little bit less and try to do less without all the guitar gymnastics and stuff like that, and just try to live by the mantra less is more. And I tell a lot of young guys that less is more. If you can do less and it means more, then you're on the right track.
Dans ta musique, il y a du blues, évidemment, mais il y a aussi quelque chose de très personnel, peut-être ta culture maori. Tu aimais quoi dans ta musique?
Well, I try to put at least one or 2 songs on an album. Because I think Māori culture is very rhythmic. It's a rhyming. It rhymes really well, and especially when you play overseas, where you know Māori is quite almost an alien language, and it's something that they really have a hard time kind of wrapping their head around how it sounds. Which is the same for me in a lot of places in Europe, and it's interesting. For me to hear other languages as well in song, so I wanted to do that, you know, for myself and have the Māori language and try and take it out there in my format, in the blues format, and yeah, it's challenging, but it's a good challenge, and I enjoy trying to make the words work.
Qu'est-ce que tu voudrais que les gens retiennent quand ils ont écouté un disque de Grand Haua?
I just wanted them to have a good time and listen to some good music. Like I said, I think the songs are the most important. If you can write really good songs, I think the song's going to do the work for you. You know, so, and like I said, less is more. Simple songs work really, really well. I do like challenging music as well. I do like a lot of notes, but a lot of the times I think. Keep it simple, but keep it really meaningful and emotional. And if you do that, you're going to have a good gig, and they're going to have a good time.
Merci Grant d'avoir accepté cette interview. Pour finir, j'ai une dernière question. Quel est le premier blues qui t'a marqué, ou quel est celui qui représente le plus ta musique?
For me, I was 13 years old, and I heard Texas Flood, Stevie Ray Vaughan, on the radio, and that really put me on the blues path. You know, I still love that song. Pride and Joy. Yeah, man, that's my favorite song. That put me onto the blues, the whole blues scene, man. And Stevie Ray Vaughan, he's probably the guy that really turned me onto the blues.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, belle référence pour terminer. Merci beaucoup Grand Haua et à très bientôt sur les ondes de Blues Actu Radio.
Mon plaisir.